back in, Dan, as we get things going this season, if this team's going to have success.
Oh, the keys to success in the long run. So as the season, important for this pitching staff to set a good tone. If they can get off on a good, the entire ball club.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci. And now here's a look at the Minnesota Twins starting lineup. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, we'll see if Miguel Sano can be a difference maker, as he often is. He's got great power. I love watching a guy can take the ball to the opposite field or go to dead center field, and that's exactly who he is. BP is impressive, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him launch one in this one.
Take a look at the Pittsburgh Pirates defensive lineup. And let's focus our attention on second baseman Brandon Phillips. No one has more fun playing second base than this guy. That dude, picking and grinning, the ability to turn double play with a smile on his face and highlight real hands.
Here's Byron Buxton now. He will lead this one off today.
The afternoon for Minnesota.
First delivery to him on the way.
Buxton.
Underway now in the home opener as the first pitch is swung on and missed for the game's first strike. And guys, as we take a look at the Pirates coming into this afternoon, they come in off to a bit of a slow start with just one win in their first 3 tries.
Yeah, Matty, in this sport at this level, you have to find a way to be a little bit realistic. You're not going to win every ball game. So they lost last game. Fine. Let's find a way to execute today and get on the winning side.
Joe Mauer.
And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Now here's the pitch. Still a bit of a chill in the air. 53 degrees our game time temperature. That's lifted the other way out to left. Here comes Cabrera. Oh no, looked like he had it, but it goes right by him. And he'll pull into second with 1 away. Here's Brian Dozier now. He too had 3 knocks in yesterday's win. Hit down the third baseline. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And he is in there. Up next for Minnesota, Miguel Sano. And now the Twins look to plate more in the opening frame. 0-1 the count.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
And now a slider in there for a called third strike. And there are 2 gone now. Here comes the first pitch. And he gets around on one and hits it high and deep to straightaway right. Gone!
Yeah, you never want to give up anything in the first inning, but to go down 3-0, it's just painful. Can't afford any more early mistakes, or the hole's going to be too deep to climb out of.
A high fastball is in there. Good curveball. Strike 2. Back up the middle. And that's through for a hit. So a nice job there to fight off an 0-2 pitch and keep the inning alive for at least one more batter.
He had him on the ropes right there. Count leverage, 2 strikes against the batter. He's going to have to put that in the memory bank because that guy made a nice 2-strike approach right there. Made a nice 2-strike adjustment.
He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Count now a ball and a strike. Here's a called strike on the curveball. 1-2.
Hey, that's a great job by the pitcher right there, stealing a strike with that get-me-over breaking ball, and now he can get a little nastier with it in the dirt.
Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2. Here's another 2-2. And he fouls this one off. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. This is pulled into right. Ethier will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. But they strike for 3. Now a moment here at PNC to take a look at the Pirates lineup card in this one. Mark DeRosa, what's the key to them starting out 1-0 here at home?
Well, Matt, I'm looking for someone to step up right now. Down 3 runs, someone's going to have to hit a gapper with runners in scoring position. It all starts with the leadoff guy. Find a way to execute and get himself on base. See if they can get a rally started and get back in this.
Here's Melky Cabrera. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Career against Kyle Gibson. He's got 3 base hits in 28 tries. Fellas, these Twins, as they take the field this afternoon, they come in 2-1 on the young season and off to a good start.
Yeah, Matty, a lot of things trending in the right direction for this team. They won their last game. They scored a bunch of runs, and let's see if they continue that today.
Another 0-2 home. Fouled off.
Hey, great job just to be able to foul that one off. In today's game, that's what we're seeing. North-south. Pitchers want to elevate, want to get you out above the zone or below it.
Trying to get Cabrera to chase there, but it's 1-2.
There's your textbook waste pitch right there. Try and get the eye level up. Let's see if he comes back with another fastball elevated or drops a hammer off.
Pulled toward right center field. Buxton giving chase. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
Batting second.
Stepping into the box, Brandon Phillips, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A bouncer to the left side. Sano moving to his right. Throw to first takes care of Phillips, and he's retired for out number 2. At the plate, Ben Paulson. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. Gibson looks in. Here's the first pitch. Now a swing and a deep drive to right. That almost left the stadium. That's in the deep seats. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Second home run early in the year, and the Pirates have struck for a run. It's now a 3-1 game.
Well, he was on cruise control, just needing one more out to get out of the inning, but he came up with a plan. Base is empty. He didn't have to think about shooting one to the opposite field or shortening the swing to move the runners. He just wound up and let her rip. A solo shot as the result.
Here's Mark Reynolds as he'll take a look at ball 1. Career against Kyle Gibson, he's gone 2 for 5. He also has 1 home run. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. But this one will bend foul. Had plenty of distance, though, as it landed in the upper deck. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, when you're behind an account like this pitcher is, it's a good time to work in something off speed if you're confident in it. Most hitters are looking for fastball.
Line drive to left. And that'll get by and on through towards the wall. And he'll post into second here with a 2-out double.
He was able to spit on that first slider right there, guys, but he didn't let the second one go. Able to execute and drive the baseball.
At the plate is Andre Ethier as he rips it on the ground to second. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is. So stepping in, Eduardo Escobar. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Ball 1. breaking ball misses the corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2. Hit hard to the right, but foul. The 2-2 one more time. A little bouncer. That's a foul ball. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Jason Castro, the catcher, is in. His head-to-head line against Garza. He's batting at a .385 clip. 2 of those hits were for home runs. 1 out, nobody on. 1-1 to Jason Castro. And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there.
He might still be thrown off from that first inning, guys. He got knocked around pretty good, and that can be hard to recover from mentally sometimes.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. Hit hard back up the middle. Hardy's there. And he's safe at first as he beats this one out by about a half a step.
Up next for Minnesota.
Riding in once again, Byron Buxton. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Popped him up. Paulson is over now, and he's got it for out number 2.
The batter.
So here's Joe Mauer. Reached on an error and then eventually scored in his first at-bat. Lays off 1-0. Now the 1-1 pitch. Softly hit toward the hole. He's got it. And an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3. Left for Minnesota as the lead remains 3-1.
Leading off for the Pirates.
To the plate now for Pittsburgh is the DH, Jose Bautista. Career against Kyle Gibson. He's 4 for 11.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
The windup and the 0-1. Lifted in the air to center field. Buxton has a read on it. 1 down. So the next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Trace Thompson. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1. The pitch. Bounce down the third baseline. Throw in time as he's called out on a bang-bang play at first. And I thought this might happen based on how close that play was at first. The skipper's out of the dugout, and it looks as though he might decide to challenge that out call.
Yeah, definitely one of those bang-bang plays. And looking at it right here again, I still don't know if I can tell for sure. Going to be interesting to see what they decide to do here.
Stepping in now, Chris Herman. And he puts it on the ground to second. Stopped on the slide by Dozier. On to first as they get the double play to get him out. The Steel City skyline on a nice day for baseball in Western Pennsylvania. Happy to have you back on the show. Back to work now is Garza as he jumps ahead of the leadoff man here. 0-1. Good breaking ball that time in for a strike. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out. Here's Miguel Sano. First time up, he went down looking. And that pitch catches the inside corner. Third inning here. 3-1 our score. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole. 0-2 now. Oh, and he struck him out as well, so he's carving right through the heart of this lineup as there are 2 away now. Here's the first pitch to him.
Rosario.
Back up the middle and in for a base hit. So with that, the top of the third inning will continue at least one more batter.
Kind of looked like he had gotten his bearings there. Dan was going to have a 1-2-3 inning, but not the case, giving up that late 2-out knock.
Boy, this lineup is so deep, 1 through 9. They could put a hurting on you, and they're making him work, and he's given up a lot of base hits so far in this one. So far, this has not been an easy one for this pitcher.
Max Kepler will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Lifted in the air out to center field. Thompson's under it. And that retires the side. Twins wind up stranding one, but they hang on to a 3-1 lead. So striding in, bottom of inning number 3. First delivery to him on the way. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Rosario is there, and that's the first out of the inning. Ready for another chance. Melky Cabrera. It was a flyout for him to start the home first. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball off the plate away for ball 1. The 1-0. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Kepler's there for it, and that's the second out of the inning.
The batter, number 6.
Here's Brandon Phillips. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First offering on its way. Now started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. This one skied out toward right. Moving under it, Kepler. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Down. Digging in to try it again, Logan Morrison. As we begin the top of the 4th.
Designated hitter, Logan Morrison.
And he gets ahead 0-1.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
Swing and a little tapper. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And another foul ball. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
Basic pitching right there. 0-2 fastball up and out of the zone. Change the eye level. Now time to go to that curveball down and away.
The count now at 2-2. And now a swing and a miss, and Morrison is retired for route number 1.
What I like about that strikeout, guys, is that he came back with a fastball on 2-2. He was ahead in the count 0-2 earlier, but instead of continuing to nibble a little bit, he decided to get aggressive again and to challenge with his hard stuff.
No balls and a strike to count. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. This is on the ground over to first. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit.
Boy, not the way you'd like to draw up an 0-2 pitch, D-roll, but from a hitter's perspective, a pretty good job of staying alive 0-2.
Yeah, and he did an excellent job on the offensive side. Not to let the AB get away from him. I know he was down 0-2, but he bowled his neck and he stayed in there.
Jason Castro comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. Here's Byron Buxton now.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
Behind 0-2 now. And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
First baseman, number 7.
Now at the plate, Joe Mauer. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. 0-1 the count. Prior to the 0-1, here's a look to first. Runner back standing. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And that one just missed outside.
That's a great call right there. Fastball away with a guy who's got some jets on first base. Almost like a hybrid pitch out. Great for a catcher if that guy's running. Easy transfer throw to second base.
And he's safe. And they'll have runners at the corners following the one-out single. Here's Brian Dozier now. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Cabrera's there. And the play is made, but this should be good enough for an RBI as the runner from third tags up. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score. Here's Miguel Sano. No hits to this point. Here's a cold strike about thigh high. 0-1. Fastball called for strike 2.
That's back-to-back pitches taken for strikes. Puts himself in a bad spot. 0-2. Let's see if he can battle back in this AB.
The next 0-2. And he struck him out. His 7th of the ball game, and that ends the... Leading off the inning, Ben Paulson, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
And they'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Here's Mark Reynolds.
Mark Reynolds.
First pitch on its way. Very weakly on the ground, but it's foul, strike 1. Reynolds stands 6'2" as you see him in the right-handed box. He was a 16th round selection back in the 2004 first-year player draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off.
Right fielder number 16.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring in the right fielder, Andre Ethier. Here comes the first pitch. That's to first. Does he have another 1, 2, 3 inning? He does. 8 in a row he's set down in the side. Digging in and looking for more, Eddie Rosario. He'll start things out as we begin the 5th. Fastball in there for a called strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
Another 1-2 delivery. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game. Digging in once again, Max Kepler. His line includes a single and a fly ball in 2 at-bats thus far. Reynolds moving to his left. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
The batter number 99.
Ready for another shot now, Logan Morrison, who struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Hit hard up the middle. But the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. Running hard, he's digging for second. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting this baseball back.
Eduardo Escobar standing in. He's sinking. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. And it's 1-1.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1. But now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
Turned on down the line.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there. But if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down. Maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
Fouled away. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2.
Well, I think that pitch is the result of a lot of foul balls. He might have tried to do a little bit too much with it, trying to get him to swing through it, but it just ended up taking off on him.
High in the air out to center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More ahead from the North Shore right after this. Coming to the plate now, Jose Bautista. He'll get his side started in the inning, and Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out of the gates and got hot right away, but whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. Now the 1-0. Misses for the second ball. Bautista, more often known as Joey Bats, is a 15-year major league vet, so it's been quite the career for him. Lined into left center. And Bautista has a base hit.
Count leverage right there, sitting dead red fastball, and he didn't miss it. Nice swing right there, driving it into the outfield for a knock.
Trace Thompson digs in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that one just missed outside. 1 run, 4 hits, and 3 errors for these guys so far this afternoon. Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1. The 1-1 misses, ball 2. The 2-1. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Hey, sometimes you just got to tip your cap right there. You execute a nice pitch down in the zone, think you're going to get a ground ball or a swing and a miss, and you find yourself with a man on first. Got to regroup.
Standing in now, Chris Herman, and he pops up the bunt attempt. Gibson is there, and he makes the catch for the out. Here's the shortstop now, J.J. Hardy.
J.J. Hardy.
A decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
This is absolutely a huge spot right here. They have to find a way to get something out of this half inning. I don't care if it's 1 run or 2 runs. You have to find a way to at least give yourself a little shot of confidence that you can get back into it.
And that's in there, base hit. And they'll hold that runner at third as everybody moves up a base, and they're loaded with 1 away.
That's the name of the game right there, boys. Get on base any way possible. They're not all going to be beauties, but that one falls in front of the left fielder for a base hit.
Here's Melky Cabrera as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Throw over to first. Gibson comes set. Here it is on 1-0. Lined hard toward right center. And this is going to get down for extra bases as that'll get 2 and possibly all 3 home. The runner scores from second, and they inch a little bit closer. It's now a 6-3 contest.
Yeah, he squares this thing up beautifully and blasts it through the gap all the way to the wall. Then the only question that remained was whether 2 or 3 runs were going to score. They held the runner at third, but that's a timely 2-run double.
Here's Brandon Phillips. He'll roll over it and send it to shortstop. Escobar charging this one, and indeed he'll take only the out at first as the run comes in to score. Digging in once again, Ben Paulson, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Here's the first pitch to him. Couldn't quite hold back that time as the changeup fooled him for strike 1. 3 runs already home here. bouncer up the middle. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. Jason Castro, the catcher, is in, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm a bit surprised to see the bullpen inactive right now.
Yeah, I'm with you, Matt. Even though he's pitching okay, I do think you have to look at what he's given you and realize he's probably approaching the end of his...
He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Digging in and looking for more, Byron Buxton. He singled his last time up. Now a swing and a fly ball. Ethier on the run, but this will wind up being a foul ball.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
Stays alive, still 0-2. And a good 2-strike pitch, but he misses high 1-2.
Well, tried to throw a high fastball right by him there. Didn't work, but now we'll see if that sets up some different options. Wouldn't be surprised to see a good slider down and away right here.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Byron Buxton sent packing for out number 2 in the 6th. Here's a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Chopped weakly to the left. Hardy comes up with it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. After the break, we'll see the feaster-famine stylings. Ready for another shot now. Mark Reynolds. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. The 1-0. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Buxton has a read on it. He's got it 1 away. Digging in to try it again. Andre Ethier. He was a ground out victim last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. One and 1 the count now. Two and 1.
Count is 2-1.
4 runs, 7 hits, and 3 errors for these guys so far this afternoon. Line to the right side, but a foul ball. Here now the 2-2. And here's a swing from Ethier, and throw to first is in time to retire Ethier for out number 2. Ready once again, Jose Bautista. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Mauer ranging into shallow right. He can't get to it. This one's down.
Well, that's what's so disappointing as a pitcher, D-Row. You make a really good pitch, and yet this guy's so big and so strong, he's able to muscle it into right field for a base hit.
Yeah, you hand your batting gloves to the first base coach right there, and you thank your lucky stars. That's a nice AB.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Little dribbler down the line, but it gets foul. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Missed with a breaking ball.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2, and there he goes towards second. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Buxton is going to have room out there as he puts this away to. Here's Brian Dozier now, and I think the question becomes how much longer are they going to stick with this starter? Fatigue could very well become a factor at some point. There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one without a doubt is gone.
We were just speculating about this starter maybe starting to show some signs of tiring, and then he gives up a long ball. If you ride a starter too long, it can come back to bite you sometimes. Now I gotta think they'll make a move.
No balls and 1 strike. Line towards center field. Thompson patrolling center makes the play. 1 out. Eddie Rosario will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Hit out towards second. And there are 2 away now. Max Kepler the next to grab a bat. He was retired after popping out in his last at-bat. To short. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 1 for the Twins on this swing by. Ready for another chance? Chris Herman. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
8, 9, and 1 to start the inning as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Two balls and no strikes to Chris Herman. The 2-0. Right side. And he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out.
Number 2.
1 away here for the Bucks in their half of the 7th. And in steps the shortstop, J.J. Hardy. First offering on its way. Lofted in the air out toward right center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
The left fielder, number 53.
So the Pirates batting order turns over and set to go. Melky Cabrera. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Dozier has it, and that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Leading off the inning, Logan Morrison, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Pirates, number 60.
Here comes the first pitch. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Wow, this is a perfect example of a wily veteran doing what needs to be done to deliver for his team.
Yeah, and just watch this swing. Instead of trying to do too much with it and pull it, he stays inside the ball and is able to smack it to the opposite field for a double.
Hit out towards second. There to play it is Phillips, and that's out number 1. Jason Castro will stand in again as we flash you back here to the 4th inning. This was a 2-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0. Morrison stands at third with 1 gone in the inning. And a neck-high fastball that time.
Great situation to be up at the plate right now. But if you're on the mound, there is absolutely no reason to give in to him. Stay on the outer quadrants of the plate and don't get beat in the middle.
The batter, center fielder.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Hey, I'm a little shocked right there. Double play situation. He doesn't go with the sinker. He goes with the ordinary fastball in that situation.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game. So here's Joe Mauer, struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Is a fastball taken high for a ball.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
On to first, and the Twins are turned away here as the side is retired. Trevor Hildenberger will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his 3rd game this season. Up next for the Buccos, Brandon Phillips. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit on the ground out to short. Escobar right there. Throw just in time, and oh, that was awfully close. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ben Paulson. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit back up the middle. Played on the backhand. And quickly there are 2 away. Here's Mark Reynolds. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it 1 bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
In there at the knees, strike 1.
That's one of those pitches you just float over the plate. 99% of the time the batter is taking at least the first pitch after 2 straight 1-pitch outs, so you almost can underhand it up there.
Here's the pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. The next Twin up, Brian Dozier. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Francisco Rodriguez enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Two and 2. The 2-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Here's Miguel Sano. A hat trick already to his credit in this one, so he's looking to avoid the dreaded golden sombrero here. Looks at a curveball over the inside corner. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Now here's a drive out to right center field. Sano will head for second. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
As we take a look at the replay here, you can see that it was a hanging changeup. Nice job of staying back on it, and he's able to tattoo it for a double. And you know, if that pitch would have supplied more velocity, it might have been out of here. He hit it right on the screws.
On to first, and there were 2 down.
Now batting.
Striding in once again, Max Kepler. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1 for 4 day. Sano at second with 2 down. 0-2 now as a curveball drops in there for a strike.
All right, as a hitter right here, you got to know he's throwing you tough pitches. He does not want to miss over the heart of the plate. That's when you step out, regroup, maybe sit over the heart of the plate, knowing that he's trying to execute so well, he might miss right down the middle.
And this one's tapped foul at home plate. The 1-2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one.
Hey, he's got 4 foul balls in this AB right here. He's really making this pitcher grind for everything.
Cabrera will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. One left. Addison Reed comes on looking for a save here in the bottom of the 9th inning. At the plate is Andre Ethier. Career history with Addison Reed. He's 1 for 4.
Not impossible, but highly improbable. Even when you're at home to score 3 runs off a closer like this guy, they've got the work cut out for him.
That misses. Two 2-0. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Having a hard time corralling the cutter here, and it's 3-0. On deck is Jose Bautista. A 3-1 count to the left fielder of the Bucks. The 3-1 pitch. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Line towards center field. Buxton is there, and that's not the start to the bottom of the 9th this crowd was hoping for. One away. To the plate now for Pittsburgh is the DH, Jose Bautista. Last time through was a base hit. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Missed with a slider. The 1-0. It's a high drive to left. Back toward the wall, but he's going to run out of room. It's gone! Solo home run that time off the bat of Jose Bautista. First home run of the campaign for him, and that lead is trimmed to 7-5 here.
That, my friends, is a cardinal sin for any closer. You can't give up the long ball. Good thing for him, he still has the lead. We'll see now if he can rebound and actually keep it.
Under it is Dozier, and there are 2 away now.
How about it? Catcher, Chris.
Now at the plate, Chris Herman. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. He's set. Here it comes. Takes a look at a slider that catches the inside corner. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
Pittsburgh down to their last strike. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
Yeah, and if you get a guy flailing at a pitch like that, heck, you're going to go out there and throw that same pitch till he proves he can lay off of it.
Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Hot shot to third. And he whips on it as this ball's right under his glove.
And if you're the manager, you've got to love that about your team. They were down to their last strike, but they refused to go down without a fight, so they lived to fight some more.
So the next to the plate for Pittsburgh. J.J. Hardy. And, Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring and tying this game become a lot greater.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
No doubt. Some saves come easier than others, and I know this all too well. They're really making wrapping this thing up a difficult task.
2-0 now. Ready with the 2-0. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And this should do it. Sano on the move. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game. 7-5, how today's comes to an end. The Twins jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Kyle Gibson earns his first win of the season. Addison Reed earns the save out of the bullpen.
Hey there, baseball fans. Justin Allegri. The season is still young. Let's check out some of the results from yesterday. Looking first at the NL Central, the Minnesota Twins launched 3 home runs as they defeated the Pirates at PNC Park 7-5. The Chicago Cubs put up 16 hits on the day as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati 9-6. The Brewers combined to give up just 5 hits as they got the best of the visiting Redbirds 1-0. The Washington Nationals swung it well with 15 hits in the game as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 7-4. The Boston Red Sox smacked 15 team hits as they took down the Fish in Miami 7-3. The New York Mets swatted 4 home runs in this one as they knocked out the Fightin' Phils 11-3. The Dodgers swung it well with 15 hits in the game as they got a road win against Arizona 7-6. The Rockies allowed only 5 hits in the game as they made short work of the Padres 9-1. The Chicago White Sox beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 3-1. The New York Yankees had 12 hits as a team as they beat the visiting Rays 10-8. The Kansas City Royals racked up 11 hits as a team as they took down the Tigers in Detroit 5-2. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim amassed 14 hits in the game as they bested the visiting Indians 10-7. The Rangers allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they defeated the A's in Oakland 2-1. The O's combined for a 4-hitter as they got a win over the Astros in Houston 3-0. And that's the show. Thanks for listening in. I'll be back tomorrow with more news and updates from around the majors.